Okay, welcome to the channel. You're with Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. We're looking at discernment, really, relationship discernment, X-ray sensorial skills in the spirit realm, so that you can tell what's going on with the person that you're with in a healthy way, so you don't get hurt. Let's go.
If a person doesn't give them something, they will look to another person to be able to provide them that. And that's why these relationships never last.
Now, this is the thing. See, if somebody's not getting their way and they're not bringing it to your attention and they're reaching out to other people or whatever their problem is, it's all internal usually, and they're not bringing that to the surface, they're not telling you what's going on, what the problem really is, they've got a world of chaos going on inside themselves that you won't be able to follow unless you've got some sensorial ability of measuring their emotional input to you, complementary to or against their physical performance, or physical appearances. So don't be blindsided by physical performances and physical presence. You've got to stay on top of what's happening psychologically with these people, emotionally towards you. An emotional lack is going to cause frustration in you. Now, it could be because of a diagnosed medical condition. That's all different. You're dealing here with the micro characteristic dark triad behaviours of the fallen human nature at work within the minds and the lives of these people in the way that they've been psychologically formed, and what life has done to them and people have done to them, etc. What they've done to themselves as well. You can't just run around blaming everybody else all the time. So let's carry on.
Kind of give little bits to everybody. They kind of like take little bits from everybody around them, because that is what they are looking for. They don't want to commit. They don't want to give, because they don't know how to do that. They don't want to be able to be there. So if you think that they're missing you, it's not you. It's what you can give for free, what you are able to provide. And I know that this is very difficult for some of us to understand, this transaction, because we are people who love unconditionally. We are able to give, with open hearts.
And that's a little bit, you got to be careful there, because some of these people will give unconditionally, right? They'll turn up with an open heart. I've seen this. They keep turning up. They keep turning up. They know you're in opposition to some of the stuff that they're doing and all the rest of it. They keep turning up. They keep putting themselves, but their turning up is only on the premise that you're performing and supplying A-grade psychological, physical, sexual, intimate and spiritual supply for them. If you're not A-grade supply, they're going to get rid of you as ASAP. They'll be on the hunt for somebody else. These people are strategists. They've been around. They know what they want. They're not going to perform the way that you need them to. They're going to let you down. They're going to muck you around to no end. The cracks will start to appear. And if you've got your discernment on, your X-ray vision on, you'll see where the power and the energy that's supposed to be going into the relationship is disappearing to. And I dare say 9 times out of 10, it's either their children, a confidant friend that just couldn't care less whether their relationship works or not, or some third person that they're able to self-soothe with against the trouble that they're having or causing within the relationship. That's why these people never resolve anything, because they just don't want to. They just haven't got the value for it.
But you see, when something like this is not shown to you in childhood, you don't know how to give it, but you also don't know how to recognize it. So for them, this is what they feel that actually they deserve, that this is how they recognize love to be. Yes, they are able to love bomb you, gaslight you, mirror you, because they themselves don't know how to do that. They look externally for other people to do that for them. Gaslighting comes naturally because if they're lying to you, it means that you're engaging within their fantasy. And that means that you are on their side, that you are believing in them. And that's what they want from you. They want you to believe in them. They want you to give this to them. But what you see over time, what happens?
They want you to do that despite the problems that you're bringing to their attention. And what can happen is when you start bringing small aggravations that can be fixed to their attention, that's when they start to monkey branch. Or I've even had one instance where the lady would use drugs or something just to numb out her consciousness of reality. I definitely wasn't aware of any other emotional connections of the affair type. There was some pretty strange stuff going on with the children, but that's all normal now. Really, it happens all the time. So there can be drugs involved and alcohol. That's why alcohol and drugs frustrate people, and medications, because it takes away a large part of that person that's required emotionally within the relationship. That's why people can't stay with alcoholics and things, because it's too frustrating. They're not present. That's another form of absence. See? They're giving themselves to something that's causing an absence that's unfair to the relationship. Well, this is a psychological element, and the danger of this element is it can involve people that really are outside the relationship that shouldn't be in that emotional area of the person's life.
Is this becomes a very unfulfilling relationship because it does become one-sided. The narcissist is unable to actually give you that depth, be able to connect to you in that way. If someone isn't connected to themselves, how are they going to be able to connect to you? How are they ever able to supply you and give you these things that you are looking for? They can't. They're not able to. They don't have that self-awareness. They don't have that self-actualization. So you're looking for something that they cannot provide. So do they actually miss you? Well, they're going to look for this in other people. You're replaceable. You're transactional.
That's the whole thing. You'll find when you have a few breakups with these people and then it comes to the big breakup, they're going to run because they know they're unable to meet you where you need them to. And if you're careful and you're on your game, I've had a few of these birds say to me, I'm not worthy or this and that. What they're basically saying is, I'm not going to put in the effort that's going to be required in the relationship when it's time for that. That's what they mean. And you've got to be aware what people say at the beginning of these relationships, because they're trying to warn you. They know that you're a good person and that they're not going to be the same for you. They'll try if you force it, but you'll soon see they're not able to. And that's the end of the story. This is Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, on the Pro Brick exclusive YouTube channel. Bye for now.